What's up, everyone? Okay, you saw the title. I turned 61 today, and there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. So I was gone this past weekend. I went to Lubbock, Texas, to talk to some universities at Texas, or to some students at Texas Tech. I made a video on it. Or I did some filming of it, but it was really fascinating to talk to college students. I basically interviewed 9 students on stage, and there was an audience, and it was really interesting to talk to people like that. And I'm thinking about my birthday, and I said I'm going to be 61 on Monday, and when I said it, it just freaked me out. It's like, I'm not even 60, I'm 61. Then you start thinking like, okay, you're going to be 70 in 9 years. What? Thank you for all the happy birthdays. It's, so it started out this morning. My brother John, we do this thing where I call him first. And I'm like, hey, you know what day it is today? And on his birthday, he calls me. So, that's our running joke. And then all my siblings and then all my friends my phone has been going crazy and everything. So this is really cool. And it's great. It's great to be 61. And as a birthday present to everyone here, I have my Beato birthday bundle for $99. So I was just joking with Aaron about that. When I had Marty Friedman on the other day, he said a really fascinating thing that was not part of the interview. He said it when I was driving him down to the gig. And for those of you that don't know Marty is the genius guitarist. He played in Cacophony, then he was in Megadeth, and he's has a brilliant solo career. He's one of my really old friends. And he said something to me that I just was going through my head. He goes, new music is just getting newer and old music is getting older. And I thought, why didn't you say that when we were talking? And I'm just, all this stuff has been rattling around in my brain. Keith just said 61 is a prime number. And I thought, wow, okay. 2, 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 51, 53, 61. Is that right? How did I do? Was anyone keeping track of that? I think I had that. I think I did all the prime numbers up to 61. 63 is a prime number too. Let's see here. If people say, did I get that right? Who are the people? Was I wrong? 2, 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47. Oh, I said 53, 59, 61. I think that's right. I missed 59. Oh, there we go. Bob, what do you have there? I missed 53, 59, 61. 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89, 97. 51 is not a prime number. 53, 59. The second time I did it, I think I said 53, not 51. But that's a prime number. Not very. So think about that. There hasn't been a prime number. Well, since I was 59 2 years ago. Okay, prime number. Pretty good though. So I'm thinking about this. Let's go back and let's think about this. New music is just getting newer, and old music is getting older. And this kid at the during my talk this week said something which I'm not sure. I'm trying to process this. So I said, he said, there will be people in the future that aren't influenced by any of the people that came before them, that don't know any of the people. And I thought to myself, is that really true though? can you not be influenced by anyone? There's always indirect influence. You're always somebody, somehow, somewhere, just by hearing music in your life, you're definitely being influenced by the things that you're hearing all the time, whether you hear them on Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube or TikTok or whatever. You are hearing new stuff and being influenced by it, whether you are trying to be influenced by it or not. That is this. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin just said, "Are you the last old guy or the first new guy?" Which is a great quote, Rumpel, from my Pat Metheny interview. Sweet Tea Guitars, thank you. He said that, Pat said, that is, some people say, is he the last old guy? And thank you, Pat Moxie. He said, and I thought about that a lot. I'm not the last old guy, and I'm not the first old guy either. I'm just an old guy. Wow. Honestly, this is great. I really appreciate it. I don't usually work on my birthday. I always take the day off, and I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I'm taking the day off, and she's like, are you going to do anything on your channel? I said, yeah, I'm going to go on and just do a live stream for a little bit. And that's it. I did a post on Instagram and a post on Twitter. And that's it. I'm going to hang out with the family today. This is a good thing. So I have some interesting stuff. I have some interviews coming up this week, starting tomorrow. I don't usually like to say who I have coming in, but I've got Nuno coming in this week, which should be very fun. I've never met Nuno in person before. He's coming by the studio. So I'm excited about that. I always love when all the guitar players that come through town all come through, it's always great because I get to hear all these fantastic players, and man, there's some unbelievable guitar players out there here. Janet, just got your birthday bundle. Happy birthday. Looking forward to dinging it. Janet, you're awesome. The birthday bundle is on sale right now. So that's my Beato book, my Beato Ear Training, my beginner guitar, and my Quick Lessons Pro. Let's say that you're thinking, you're watching my channel and you're like, you know what? I love Rick's channel. I don't know anything about what he talks about when he says a sharp 4, a 9, a flat 9, anything. But I just like listening to this stuff because he makes things where it is, that it's fun to listen to, even though I don't know what he's doing. Take my beginner guitar course. And I teach you all just the basic chords and stuff, right? How to strum, how to play some basic picking patterns. And honestly, even if you are into pop music and listen to the radio, if you watch my Spotify video where I play along with the top pop songs, you can play along to any song on guitar. You can break it down to a guitar part, even if there's not a guitar in it. It doesn't matter. And that's one of my most fun things to do is to actually play along with songs that don't even have guitar in it. And that's the kind of thing that you can do with if you learn to play the guitar. I was talking to one of my older sisters who never learned to play an instrument, and she says, "Can I learn to play the guitar?" And I said, "Of course you can learn to play the guitar." I won't say how old she's going to be. She has a big birthday coming up. But I said, of course you can learn how to play the guitar. All you got to do is just start doing it. It's like anything. It just takes disciplined study of 10 minutes a day. That's all you need to do. Click on it. If you're a beginner or never played before, you want to learn the guitar, You can buy my bundle for 99 bucks, help support the channel, and also you can learn how to play an instrument from scratch and play along with stuff, because there's nothing more fun than doing that. I mean, you know, as much as I like to play things and shred and do things like that, I love to just play along with songs and have people sing. And one of my most fun things I used to do, I had two of my buddies come by this week, which I should have made a video. My friend Jason, that you guys have seen, he was in the top 20. What was it? Top 20 is when he sang. He's got an incredible voice. It was me, him, Rhett, and Dave played. It's a big video, like 3 million views on my channel. Jason was here, and then my buddy Rich, and Rich was we were all roommates together back 20 years ago or so, and we used to go down to Tybee Island. It's like 4 hours from here on the beach. Back when we lived together, Rich's parents had a beach house down there, so we'd go down and we'd hang out and. We sit around. This is when I was teaching all those guitar lessons, like 50 lessons a week. And I knew every cover song in the world. And we would sit around and we'd do every Pearl Jam song off 10, every Nirvana song off Nevermind, every Soundgarden song. We do all of Abbey Road. We would do all of Revolver. We do Let It Bleed. We would do anything. I would because I knew every song on these records. And it was so fun to sit around and have people sing and be able to play the stuff. And if it wasn't for me breaking my ankle in 7th grade or 8th grade summer and having this guitar there and a book to show me the basic chords, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. I probably would have picked up the guitar anyways. My older brother Lou was playing guitar. And my brother John and I would sit there and watch him. Oh, man, there's some great super chats here. I'm going to go back. But we would watch him. He would play along to the Allman Brothers, to Clapton. And he didn't know scales, but he would just play what eventually was really the pentatonic scale. He figured it out. And he rigged it up through his speakers in his bedroom. And John and I would sit on the floor. I was probably about 10. John was 6 or so. And we'd sit and he'd just be jamming along, you know, like it was the Grateful Dead or something, and playing along with records. And he had some cheap, I don't even know what kind of electric guitar it was. And I don't even know what happened to it. But we would go in and sneak in and play. When we got a little bit older, we'd go sneak into his room and pick up his guitar and play. Or try and play stuff, and we'd mess around. We tried to see if we could get it to play through the speakers. We never could figure out how to do that. So anyways, but then when I took up the guitar and I started learning chords, my brother John came home from school, and so he was, so I was 13 or so when I started, or 14. I was 14, so John was 10. And John started like a week after me, he started learning chords too. So we were when I wasn't playing the guitar, which was almost never, he would be picking it up and learning all the same stuff. Let's see. So we have Scott says, happy birthday. Let's see here. Let's kick you around all music. Saw that you co-produced Flicker Stick, especially the track Smile. I did produce Flicker Stick. If you ever watched Bands on the Run on VH1 in 2001. They won Bands on the Run, and I produced the song that they made a video for called Smile, which was a great song. Love that song. Tyler, happy birthdays. Appreciate your content and contributions to music. Thank you, Tyler. By the way, let's see, Xenome Project. Have you listened to Black Midi before? Yes. I recommend Wild Mahalo. Think you'd like a lot. Happy birthday, Rick. Love your work. Yes. Okay. We'll talk about that after here. Hold on. Freebert. Thank you, Freebert. And wait, here's another one. Hold on. I keep scrolling over this stuff. I don't know why it seems so. And then there's Cass Burled. Have you heard the artist Ren? I have heard Ren. His song is killer. Man, people write to me about Ren all the time, and everybody wants me to talk about Ren. If you guys have heard Ren, this song. I mean, I've been following him on YouTube for a long time. He has a lot of followers on YouTube, 500, 600, 700,000 or so. But I follow all the big YouTubers like that, so I'd been aware of him before the song that really blew up. He's excellent. Let's see here. Love, dude, love orchestra. Many happy returns from the day from all of us. And love to love orchestra. Great to see young kids like you doing well, Bobby. With young kids like me. Somebody sent me a present. I'm going to show you this here. Somebody sent me a present. I'm going to have to go into the green screen back here. Okay, I'm going to get up. Thank you, Mark. Check this out. Look at this. Hold on. A gentleman named Lanny. Lanny, if you're out there watching it, this is unbelievable. If you see on the Volkswagen, it says Beato on there. Is that amazing? What a cool present that is. Man. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. How great is that? That goes perfectly back there, except I have to move that. Did I ever get to interview Frank Zappa? Was listening to Joe's Garage. I never interviewed Frank Zappa. I've interviewed Dweezil Zappa, but I didn't know Frank. I knew Vinny Colaiuta, who I played with back in the 80s. I just heard from Vinny a little bit ago. Vinny and I have been friends since 1985 or so, who played on Joe's Garage, and Vinny's one of the greatest drummers that's ever lived. That is the only person that I knew from Frank Zappa's band back then that I'd ever met. Well, Frank was alive. Frank died in 93, I believe. Young. Man, how old was Frank? 51? Young, very young. Let's see here. Diwo Mano. Let's see. God bless you and your family. Oh, thanks for the astonishing videos. Cheers from Indonesia. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. That's so nice. So Zappa died at 53. Yeah, 53 years old. You know that my thing about there. I'm 61, and it's great to get this far. We were talking the other day I was talking with my sisters yesterday, and my godfather, my Uncle Jim, he passed away on Christmas Day 1970. He was 48. He fought on the beaches at Normandy. My Aunt Caroline, my dad's sister, so that was my dad's brother, my dad's sister, Caroline, she died at 41 in 1970 also. My mom's brother, Al, he died in 1969. He was 38. Those are tragic. So I'm perfectly happy being 61, being on here. You guys are amazing and have lifting my spirits every day. There's my cousin, Janine. I'll see you at 61 soon, Janine. That's my first cousin, Janine. We're a couple months apart, and I need to have Janine on. She lives here in Atlanta. I need to have her on to tell about the stories about us getting in trouble, running away from our grandparents' house and crossing Lake Avenue. Jeez, it's insane. My God, if my kids ever did any stuff like that, I would freak out. It's unbelievable. I used to take the bus in the city of Rochester all the time when I was a little kid. I never told my parents. I just get on the bus and go. It was like 10 cents or something. I walk around the city for a couple hours, and then get back on the bus and go back home, or go to the library in the city of Rochester. That was amazing. But those are things that you used to do back in the 70s. Diane Lee, happy birthday, Maestro. Please showcase Ken Nishimura doing Does Anybody Really Know What Time It Is or Pretzel Logic today. He's an extraordinary guitar player. I have to check him out. What else? Oh, so I have another friend coming in to do a video tomorrow. Kip Winger, who is a phenomenal musician, who's an incredibly great orchestral composer, modern classical music composer, and had a if you haven't followed it or not, he's had a really incredible career as a classical composer after Winger. And we're going to talk about that. And the last time I played on stage, on a real stage, is I've been friends with Kip since 2001, 2002 maybe. And the last time I played on stage, on a real stage, was in 2012 with Winger. So I sat in with Winger and at a place here in town, and I played Reb Beach's guitar, and we played Beatles. What do we play? Helter Skelter. And Kip was like, come on down and sit in on the gig. And I was like, no, I don't sit in, man. I don't sit in. Just come down and sit in. I was like, no, I don't sit in. No, come sit in. And I was like, all right. He said, just get there early. I said, what are we playing? He goes, Helter Skelter. I was like, I know how to play Helter Skelter. What key do you do it in? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, okay, all right. So I come in and I met Reb and I met Rod and I forget who the other guitar player was who was playing with him at the time. So, but the funny thing is, so I'm standing on the side of the stage before I go on, and there's this huge screen of the band, and Kip's up there playing, and the place was packed. There's a couple thousand people there, and some woman says to me, "Hey, which one is Kip Winger?" She was standing on the side of the stage. I said, "He's the guy singing." Like what? How you do this? Which one's Kip Winger? What? Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. I just thought that was funny. I don't know if I ever told Kip that, but I sat in with Winger, and there is a video of it that my old assistant GL took that I have on some computer, and I need to find it and upload it to Instagram because and I'll put it on YouTube Shorts. Yvonne McCarthy, happy birthday. You'll be 65 next month. Proof the age is just a number. It is just a number. It is. Latrader, Lou B, thank you. So, like I was saying, it's never too late to learn something new. I practiced today for about 30 minutes or so. I have really not played much in the last about 6 weeks or so because I've been traveling so much. So I was in LA. I have not put out the Daniel Lanois interview. It's almost ready to put out. My Chuck Rainey interview, I just have to watch it down one more time. Subi, I saw you on there. Chuck Rainey interview is just about done. Daniel Lanois is done. But I was in LA. I was in New York. Then I was in London for 2 weeks, basically. Then I came back and I was in Lubbock, Texas. And I got back yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I got back on Saturday. So this is why I have not had a chance to play the guitar. It's just literally been about 5-6 weeks, almost not at all, because I haven't been here, and I didn't have a guitar to play. So I'm just getting back into it. I'm working on a new course right now that I've been working on for a while, but I got to get my chops back so I can play some of the examples in it because some of them are hard to play. Let's see. Haley says, you're 46. May 9th, don't want it all. Just need to find myself a good man. I wanted to ask for Ask for ID in the shop last week. You were asked for ID in the shop last week. That's good. That's good, Haley. Nobody ever asked me for ID. So I was thinking about this with Marty Friedman coming in, and Marty doesn't look any different than he did when we toured with Megadeth back in 1999. I said to him as I'm driving him down into town, I was like, Marty, why is it that you're the only one, or I'm the only one that got older between the two of us? And he starts laughing, and probably because he knows that's true. Anyways, it was really great to see him. It's been way too long. And just like people are like, Rick, you have so many, you say all these people are your friends and everything. Like Kip Winger. Kip and I have known each other for 20 some odd years. He's been here to the studio before. He just has never been on the channel. I've seen Winger play many times back in the late 80s, early 90s. But Kip is a wonderful composer. And I want to tell that story with him about I want to tell the story that, this all this Beavis and Butthead baloney is ridiculous. It's just, that was like memes before there were memes, and Kip is such a fantastic musician. And he's going to bring his guitar. I'm going to try and coax him into playing and singing a couple songs. You got to hear how he does some of the Winger songs with finger picking on his 12-string, these beautiful arrangements. Man, blows me away. Okay, so I'm trying to think what else. So somebody's like, Nuno, Fernandez says, dude, you don't look a day older than 60. Well, I'm one day older than 60 right now. That's probably why, because I was 60 yesterday. So I'm one day older. I actually technically was born at 4 p.m. So really, I'm not going to be 61 until for another 30 minutes or so. Gear sounds, Rick, happy birthday. What is a trophy winner age? Atrophy. In all seriousness, you're a sound engineering music theory legend in our community. I respect you for sharing with us. I appreciate that. That's Mark from Hawaii. Thank you. That's a very funny. Guillaume, happy birthday. You give a 50-year-old hope. Keep kicking. Love your content, musical influence. That's the thing. It's like you are never too old to learn. There's a couple things that people ask me about. Rick, is it too late to learn an instrument? And it's never too late. And is it too late to learn ear training and to improve your ear? And this is a real big one. I get asked this all the time. People that want to buy my ear training course, the deal I have, the $99 is a great deal for all 4 of my courses. I mean, it's like, what, 20 something bucks a course? It's not even, it's $25 a course. These courses they're all $99 normally, but I want people to become better musicians. And the thing about ear training is that that's something that is a skill that is with you your whole life, just like learning how to play an instrument, that in order to be able to pick songs off by ear, this is where it really comes in handy, is to hear things and be able to play them back, just like I do on those when I do my top 10 Spotify countdowns, things like that. It's even if it doesn't have guitar in it, it doesn't matter. You should listen. The whole theory is that you use what is called, relative pitch, which is basically interval recognition, and it's intervals in. It's actually two things. It's the relationship between, let's say, the bass note, one bass note to the next, or one chord to the next. It's also the recognition of major versus minor, major versus dominant. added note chords, suspended chords, things like that. All these things are really important to be able to recognize. And the only way you do it is through practice, which is why Aaron and I created this. Aaron created we figured out what's the best way with the ear training program to teach people how to recognize these things. So I divided it into all the different areas, how you learn ear training sequentially based on when I used to teach ear training, and what do you start with, and then how do you, and then what do you progress to next? What is the order in which you learn these things? Okay, and the interval recognition, the chord recognition, then learning to recognize melodies, learning to recognize bass lines, bass movement, but it's all related. It's all related to intervals. And once you have a tone, a reference tone, everything with that reference tone is related to that. Or you're relating one chord to the next chord. I was listening to something, one of the people in the Beato Club that we were doing a Zoom thing yesterday, and one of the songs was going like, A major, F sharp minor, E major, and then in the chorus it went A major to E minor, and it went to a minor 5 chord, and it's such a fresh sound. And instantly when I hear that, I didn't need to listen to the songs before I did the live stream. When I hear those things, I heard the A and I recognize what that sounds like, right? And then I'm hearing A and I hear the F sharp minor, and it goes to the 6 chord, and it goes to the 5 chord. And then and then it went to D, but then the chorus went A, and then it goes to E minor. When a minor 5 just has a very particular sound that you learn from having heard these things, over and over for a whole lifetime, and developing your vocabulary of that. So that's Chris B. Thank you so much. Anyways, that's my pitch on the ear training course. You guys are the best. I'm going to, did I screw up my, 51, Susan was like, 61, 67, right? 53, 59, not 57. I'm going to try one more time with my prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, no, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61. I think that's right. If I'm not right, I'll work on it. I'll have all my, I'll memorize the first 100 prime numbers. Let's see if I can do that. Or prime numbers up to 100. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. 61 is a new 41. At least you keep telling yourself. I do. I keep telling myself that. All right, you guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of your day. Check out the Beato bundle. You guys are awesome. Got some more videos coming out here in the next couple days. So have a great rest of your day today. Take care. Bye-bye.